So this is my second time reading the Bible, the second time. And what I'm learning during this second deep dive is that the Israelites, or the Hebrews, whatever you want to refer to them as, are just a very wild, peculiar, and rebellious bunch. And we are those people today. I'm going to say that right now. But other than that, as I'm rereading these stories of the Old Testament, these people repeatedly did everything God told them not to do. Repeatedly. So I'm in 2 Kings, and I'm reading about the rulership of King Hezekiah. And he, I believe, is close to the last reigning kings of Judah. And he does what's right in the sight of God. So in this instance, he is tearing down these sacred pillars, these high places, all of these places that the Israelites used to practice idolatry and used to sacrifice to these artificial gods and divinations and worship of host of heaven. So these are like these celestial deities that they've created out of nowhere. But anywho, he's tearing down all of these high places, these pillars, these poles. He's tearing everything down because he wants himself and the people to just worship God, period. So in the midst of him destroying all of these places that they've decided to practice idolatry, he ends up destroying the bronze serpent of Moses. So I'm like, wait a minute, the bronze serpent of Moses? How would he destroy that? So just for a reminder, the bronze serpent of Moses was created because in the midst of the Israelites being freed from captivity in Egypt, and amongst their numerous list of complaints, God got angry and he had unleashed fiery serpents upon them. And a vast majority of the people died who were bitten by these fiery serpents. So he eventually takes pity and has Moses create the bronze serpent, which if you look upon it, you will be healed. And that bronze serpent also represents symbolism of the medical field today. And do you want to know why? Why King Hezekiah of Judah had to destroy the bronze serpent? It was because the wonderful Israelites started to worship the bronze serpent and even named it Nehushtan or Nehushtan. They did everything God told them not to do over and over and over again. Baal, Chemosh or Chemosh, Amalek, Hamath, Tartak, Nibhaz, and Dramelech. They created all of these false idols, and one of those false idols was the bronze serpent of Moses. It's infuriating at this point, just reading it, because these people had direct access to God to a certain degree. They got to see, their ancestors got to see his miracles and pass down that orated history, and they got access to prophets who had direct access to God, and they squandered it. They squandered it, and we're living in that sin today. Thank God that Christ came down, and we get to look upon him, and he is our salvation. And he actually talked to Nicodemus about Moses' bronze serpent. If you go to John 3:14 or 15, Jesus talks about Moses' bronze serpent to Nicodemus. So there's another connection there. Amazing.